Apples are just starting to appear at the Anderson Farmers Market, and I'm going to prepare a lovely dessert with those apples, and I'm going to share it with the market patrons tomorrow when I'm the guest chef there. And so I'm going to show you how I make this dish. It's a family favorite recipe. It's one that was handed down by my grandmother, and originally she called it apple goo. Well, my daughter didn't like the name goo, so I call it apple goody, which totally describes what it is. It is a sweet treat made with apples. And in my bowl here, I have 6 cups of finely diced apples. And the kind of apples I'm using are ginger gold apples, and I got them last week at the Anderson Farmers Market from Backyard Orchard, and they are just lovely. So I diced them up finely, and allow yourself a little bit of time to do that, at least half an hour, depending on how fast you chop and peel them. So that's the most time-consuming part of this dessert. Once you get the apples done, it's smooth sailing from there. I'm going to add in 1½ cups of sugar. And a cup of chopped dates. So we'll get all those dates out. And dates are very sweet too. And they just have a wonderful flavor with apples. It's just a great combination. I'm going to stir this together, get it all evenly combined. All right, that looks good. So now I'm just going to set that aside for a minute. I've got another small bowl here in which I'm going to combine 3 other ingredients. I have 1/4 cup of whole wheat pastry flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. That's going to give this dessert a little bit of a lift, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So I'll combine those ingredients together. All right, I'm going to pour those over the apples. And now stir those in. All right, that looks great. The last ingredient. That is 2 eggs. I'm just going to drop these in. I have not beaten these eggs. Just going to pour those in and stir them in too. And when you stir these in, you'll see maybe why the recipe got its name of apple goo, because it does look kind of gooey as you're stirring these in. And the eggs help to hold the mixture together. And that looks really good. All right, I have mixed that together well. Now I'm going to grab a baking dish. I have a 9 by 13 inch baking dish here. And I'm going to kind of spoon and pour these in. Now, if you want, you can easily cut this recipe in half, and it works great. Just cut all the ingredients, the amounts, in half, and then you would use an 8-inch square baking dish. So we'll get the last bit out. All right. And evenly spread it out in the dish. You would bake this at 350 degrees. And if you have a glass baking dish like I do, reduce the temperature to 325. So I'm going to bake this at 325 because of my glass dish. So now I'm ready to put this in the oven. I've already preheated my oven to 325 degrees. And so I'm going to put this in for 20 minutes and check it then. All right, time to check our dessert. Oh, that looks lovely. It's nice and set in the middle, and it's golden brown around the edges. Smells wonderful. There's a little bit of golden brown spots on the top too. So this is going to be wonderful to serve at the farmer's market tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll see you at the farmer's market.
Vanilla, I think. Yeah, vanilla. Plain vanilla.
It's got granola in it.
With chunks of vanilla, I think. Yeah.
Granola. Here you go. You're welcome.
Oh, it's delicious.
Would you like some?
Yes, please.
Okay. This is called Apple Goody. I made this with apples, ginger gold apples from backyard orchard. And it's got dates in it too. Oh, it's free.
I like your wording better.
Yeah. It's okay.
Probably you and I, to be quite honest.
Whatever you want, but at least get one a sesame ciabatta. Well, like tomato, tomatoes too.